2005. 314-645-1387, MorelliTuckPointing.com.
Hi, my name is Christina Straight, the owner of Straight Realty, and I'm asking you, what do you want in a realtor? Do you want experience? I've been a broker for over 21 years. Do you want to know how much I've sold? I've sold over $500 million, yes, $1 billion with a B, in sales. Do you want value? I now list properties for only 2%. So, if you're looking for all these things and want the best, then call me 314-441-4444. Why pay more than $2? You can also listen to my podcast on my website, straightrealty.com.
Commissions are not regulated and negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
This is the Verizon Extra Innings Show. Verizon, the most reliable 5G in St. Louis.
Good win for the Cardinals tonight. They knock off Detroit by an 11-4 score. Welcome in, everybody. It is the Extra Innings Show right here on KMOX. Before we go any further, I do want to let you know, we know that there's bad weather. If you've been listening into KMOX throughout the course of the evening, our own Michael Calhoun, along with Dave Murray and other folks involved, have been doing a great job keeping you up to date on the weather situation. The weather is the most important thing here. We want to help keep as many people safe as possible. So if the weather situation presents itself in a way where we have to leave this program and go to that, we will absolutely do that. So I just want to tell you, go ahead and keep it locked right here to KMOX, and we will continue to keep you up to date on everything going on from a weather standpoint as we've got some storms that are continuing to move through the St. Louis area. But the Cardinals, they get a really good win tonight. They knock off Detroit by an 11-4 score. I don't know what more you can ask for. Sonny Gray was really good. He had a great bounce back. That's a tough lineup. That's a really tough lineup there in Detroit. And the Cardinals were able to just take it. Sonny Gray specifically was able to do what he wanted to do against them. I mean, that's a Detroit team that's got the best record in baseball, and it's not fluky. They are a legit, really, really good team. Offensively, the Cardinals getting 11 runs on 16 hits. Collecting 10 or more hits for already a 22nd time this season. Huge number. Offensively, a bunch of guys have big games just going down the order. Lars Nootbaar goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI. Mason Wynn goes 2 for 4 with a run scored. Brendan Donovan, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Ivan Herrera goes 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. That actually takes his batting average down. A 2 for 5 day for Herrera drops his batting average to 426. Alec Burleson has a 2 for 2 day. Don't look now, he's hitting 285. Victor Scott II goes 2 for 3. Pedro Pajes hit a home run, just an absolute no-doubter. When the game was still a little bit in doubt, Jojo Romero came in. He looked good. Ricky talked about this on the broadcast, and I think he was right on. There at that point when you didn't know if this game was going to get finished as a result of the rain that was coming in, they maybe went to their one-inning relievers a little bit early. I think that was spot on by Ricky. Worked out well. And let's give credit to the Cardinals grounds crew here. The Cardinals grounds crew, second to none. And that storm system came through. They got the tarp on the field, and they got it off the field, and the game back going in 34 minutes. That's almost unheard of. And because of the other rain that was coming in behind, they needed to do that because there was just a small window to be able to finish this game. So the grounds crew gets major kudos on this one today as the Cardinals do come away with the victory. If you want to join us, you can do so by calling, texting, tweeting, or you can leave a message on our video stream. If you call or text, the phone number is 314-436-7900. 314-436-7900. Tweet at me, at Matt Pauley on air, MattPauley on air. Or for those of you who are watching our video stream, we are live on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. You can just leave a message in the video chat, and we will get to that. The Extra Innings Show is being presented by Graybar. Graybar is your distributor for electrical and datacom needs. Let's roll through some of the text messages here from the 618. Says, I'm almost ready to add Burley and Walker to the winning core. They are a youngry bunch. Youngry, the term that really everybody's gone all in on. That was a Victor Scott II term that he came up with in spring training, a combination of being young and hungry. Yeah, really good to see Jordan Walker come up with another big hit today. He's done that a lot. He comes in as a defensive replacement, and then he goes 1 for 1 in this game and able to hit a ball really hard as he drives in a couple. So that was good. And then what Alec Burleson has done, we've talked about Burley a lot lately, and I thought it was interesting. If you missed the Redbird Rush Hour today with myself and Kevin Wheeler and Bernie Miklasz, we talked a lot about Burleson and was coming off some comments that he made in the clubhouse before the game. He talked about his swing decisions, about he makes really good contact, but sometimes it's not good to swing even if you make contact on pitches that are outside the zone. And holding off on pitches that are outside the zone is something that is going to help Burleson be a better hitter. And I think what we've seen from him lately is a direct result of that. In fact, Bernie Miklasz gave a stat that he dated back this hot streak for Burleson. I think he dated it back to April 22nd. On pitches in the strike zone that Burleson swings at, he's got a better than 700 slug percentage. It was a fantastic stat by Bernie that he came up with. So those swing decisions and knowing what to swing at and what not to swing at, especially when you're a guy like Burleson who has the ability to make contact on pitches outside the zone, it's a really challenging thing to be able to do, because you feel like you should, if you can make contact, you should swing. Well, sometimes if you swing at stuff that's way outside the zone, you're not going to get a good result. And I think what we're seeing from Burleson in the month of May, where he's hitting 342 with an OPS over 1,100, it's a direct result of him being smart with his swing decisions. So good on him for that. Text message from the 618 says, OMG, it was a miracle that it was finished. What a game. Wore me out, stressing about the weather and finishing the game. Yeah, I think it wore everybody out who was around here for sure, waiting to see whether or not this game was going to get in. Again, a lot of credit goes to the Cardinals grounds crew for what they were able to do. From Adam, he says in Illinois, he says the never let any at-bat get away attitude has spread through the whole team. This is Donnie Baseball and Wilson Contreras' team. I'm falling in love here real quick. My heart is fluttering. Go Cardinals. A lot of people are really catching up on this team, and it's a team that's fun to watch for sure, and glad that more and more people are getting kind of seeing what's going on right here. From the 501 says, Sonny Gray pitched well. He had Tigers hitters off balance all night. Cardinals bats are stringing together hits. All is well in Cardinal Nation. From 573, great win for the Cardinals and a nice bounce back outing from Sonny. Nice to see. Yeah, that's another side of this I think is really important. Two things. First off, Cardinals offensively were a little quiet in the final two games against Kansas City. I was never worried about that. You were wrapping up a 3-city, 9-game road trip. That's not a surprise. Yesterday was not a great day offensively for them, and they lost. And now what do? They come back with 11 runs on 16 hits against the best team in baseball. And then specifically to Sonny Gray, he was not very good his last time out, and he didn't let negativity stretch across multiple outings. So that was a really good sign for him as well, for sure. Ball game texting in with his tip of the cap and raise of the glass, and he says it goes to Sonny Gray, because he's the captain of the pitching staff and his effect is obvious whether he's on the mound or not. And he also says, raise your hand to 60 cents cups tomorrow. Yeah, they got there pretty early in this one. You get 11 runs. That's going to get you your discounted drink for sure coming up tomorrow at Mobile on the Run. All right, Cardinals get the win over Detroit by an 11-4 score. Again, if you want to join the program, you can do so. Multiple ways to get connected. You can call or text 314-436-7900, 314-436-7900. You can tweet at me at Matt Pauley on air, MattPauley on air. Or if you are watching the video stream, just leave a comment in the chat and we'll take a look at those as we move along. Cardinals get a good win tonight over Detroit, 11-4. We're back with more in just a moment. It's the Extra Innings Show on KMOX.
You might know Graybar for cable and connectivity, but there's one more thing you should know us for that can help optimize your project's total value, like our comprehensive electronic solutions for security, AV, wireless, and networking, or our specialized job site services, like material staging and kitting, or maybe our logistics specialist, who can help you identify efficiencies and ensure just-in-time delivery. So consider what one more thing you may need to optimize your bottom line and get to know us for that. Yep, Graybar does that.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we are more than just a law firm. Our attorneys are committed to you, your business, and your community. From startups to established businesses to estate plans, we are ready to serve you in the areas of business litigation, intellectual property, health law, and products liability. With offices in Missouri and Illinois, you can conveniently visit us today at sandbergphoenix.com. That's sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertising.
There's a big red barn where you say green. Norm's Bargain Barn. On discount windows, doors, and things. Norm's Bargain Barn.
Hi, I'm Norm Wilkie. Come see my new selection of Amish cabinetry made by my good Amish friends at Countrywood Products. We now stock 5 styles of cabinetry for you to choose from.
When you need to save on discount windows, doors, and cabinetry, come to Norm's Bargain Barn. With locations in Shiloh and Fenton at the bottom of Gravois Bluffs. Visit normsbargainbarn.com.
That's normsbargainbarn.com.
You know Graybar for electrical parts. But there's one more thing you may not be thinking of us for that can help maximize your next project's total value. Our pre-project planning services are designed to help you win the bid, save on labor costs, and keep your installers productive across your entire build. The sooner you call us, the better. Because when we're there from the beginning, we can anticipate your needs and help you solve problems before they become problems. Yep, Graybar does that.
Now, back to the Verizon Extra Innings Show.
Cardinals get an impressive win tonight over the best team in the American League from a record standpoint, 11-4 over Detroit. Welcome back in. The Extra Innings Show does roll on. 314-436-7900 is how you call or text. You can tweet at me at Matt Pauley on air or leave a comment in the chat on the video stream like Henry did. Said Cardinals Nation is alive and well. 1 game out. It's early to look at standings, and the Cubs still have a very easy schedule. However, they got upset tonight by a terrible Marlins team. Cardinals can contend. Love the optimism from Henry, and yeah, the Cardinals can be very happy with what the Marlins are actually kind of in a little bit of a hot streak right now. I think they just got done taking 2 of 3 from the Rays over the weekend. The Rays aren't a bad team, so good for the Marlins. Maybe they can win one more. And the Marlins had a chance to take 2 out of 3. They just played the Cubs like a week ago, and Cubs won 2 out of 3. The Marlins should have won 2 out of 3. They blew one. The Marlins did late in one of those games. So maybe the Marlins have the Cubs number a little bit. I don't know, but all the way around, good to see the Cubs lose tonight. It's always a good night if the Cubs lose, right? Sonny Gray was really good tonight and really mixed. He threw 22 sweepers, 11 sinkers, 20 curveballs, 22 four-seamers, 12 cutters, and then he sprinkled in 3 changeups in there as well. Just a little while ago, he spoke inside of the Cardinals clubhouse.
Good in the curveball, very effective.
It was. Yeah, it was. I feel like I threw a lot of strikes early, kind of put them on the defensive, and then, forced their hands with 2 strikes. So yeah, I felt calm, cool, under control, and yeah, it was a good win for us.
What do you make of what this starting rotation has done? As teams gotten hot, it's been the rotation kind of leading the way. Do you guys feed off each other?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then, as you saw my last game, and it's kind of how it goes, is like when we maybe not throw the ball well or whatever, then, everyone else, just picks each other up. So that was, that meant a lot to me last time. And, yeah, that's just kind of what it feels like to me is, it's just constantly someone picking another person up, or, the defense picking the pitching staff up, and then the offense kind of like a cycle of that. And, that's, I enjoy being a part of that.
So your sweeper and curveball have been dominant this year. When they've gotten to you, it's been on the straight stuff. Tonight they were 2 for 11 against your fast.
Not broadcasting to anybody.
I just think to be honest with you, I just think I used it more early. I feel like I tried to put it in good spots, but also like kind of get back to my strengths with those pitches, maybe get back to with what I do.
That was Sonny Gray speaking to the media just a moment ago. Real quick, What's on Deck is presented by Chesterfield Fence and Deck. The sign you have the very best, chesterfieldfence.com. Cardinals and Tigers play game 2 tomorrow. It's going to be Eric Fetty against Tarek Skubal. 6:45 first pitch, 5:50 is when we get underway. Severe weather is once again wreaking havoc with our area, so we are going to wrap up the program a little early tonight, and we're going to go ahead and hand things off to Michael Calhoun, who is covering the severe weather for us tonight right here on KMOX.
Scale. It doesn't look at all like the tornado signature that we saw on Friday. This is